Let's pickle. Sam Wise. And greetings to my ladies, greetings to my fellows. Hit that like button, hit that comment button, hit that subscribe button for Shoe and Tell with Sam Wise. Goes a long way, and we appreciate y'all here at the studios, here at the House of Kicks. And today we have a little experiment. Not just a normal presentation and a normal episode, but we took some New Balance, some Adidas, and some Jordans, or some Nikes, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to label them, and we wore them a good duration. We saw the longevity, we saw the duration, we saw the lifespan, and the probability of which ones were to not last and which ones were to go the ultimate distance for the shoe lifespan. Starting with the Air Jordan 1 Low TyeDye. And I did present this earlier on in my series of Shoe and Tell. And now, I will say, it has come a long way since that presentation, since that episode. You do definitely have some wrinkles and some creases there on the nose. You have some stains where there's white and in the tie-dye fabric marks there. And on the bottom, I mean, obviously that gumdrop, it's pretty much wasted as if it's Grand Theft Auto right here. I mean, I can pretty much hear that freaking wasted sound effects in my head. And I mean, it definitely is the most versatile to any attire you wear. And I mean, it's quick to break in. Feels like it's upgrade OG status because it's a Jordan in comparison to any of the other shoes. So I mean, there's definitely just sort of some type of breed that this shoe is that the other shoes are not. And it's definitely easier to access than Dunk Lows. And I think that personally, I mean, obviously it's more of an OG and comfortable than Dunk Lows or anything like that. And it is just top class style, whether you want to do basketball or just walk around in the streets, pop a flex or two. And it is slidable for thin feet, so you don't even have to untie the laces. You can just slide them off, slide them back on. I'd rate the lifespan about 1 to 2 years max, and then you're definitely going to want to either pass them on or pass them out because they crease too much. I mean, they stain too much. The fabric on the back, spill something on that, stained. I mean, I have to scrub this, which is not a really fun thing to do. If you drop something on the leather, it's scrub. I didn't even take the time out for this episode to scrub some stains off. You probably can't see them, but I mean, there are some little smudge marks down there. I mean, I don't have the time for that, so I mean, I just keep wearing these Jordans. I'll let their lifespan go on about. But, you know, anything like this, I mean, the retail was $110, so I don't expect them to have a long duration. But I mean, Jordan 1 Lows, that's enough said. It's hard to beat Air Jordan 1. The comfortability and the style, I don't really have too many bad things to say about this shoe. But 1.5, 2 years max, for sure. And now we're moving on to shoe number 2. And now, this is a shoe that, I mean, a lot of people really don't reference, a lot of people really don't talk about, and it is a shoe of Adidas. It's the ZX8000, and this is the Frozen Lemonade edition. It is a sick colorway of the green and yellow, a couple different shades. You have some nice fabric, some nice suede. There is 0 traces of leather here. I have had this shoe. I never actually presented it. And they actually had a members access discount. So retail was $120, but I actually got this for under $100. So blessings from above is all I have to say. But nonetheless, these are the frozen lemonades. So, I mean, obviously, you get dust on them, you go about in sand. They are prone to getting some stains on them, and they are harder to clean due to the materials that they have and due to the colorization. I do love the softness and I do love the comfortability of them. And I'll go ahead and take this out right here. You have the foot pad, and the foot pad, it states the ingredients to the lemonades. It's as if it's a cup of ice right there. You can see it. I mean, it's a little sticky on the end, but I do love that foot pad. This style of this shoe, it is absolutely superb. And then in the center, you have the ingredients for lemonade. So, in case you didn't know how to make lemonade, these shoes will tell you how to do so. You want to start a side hustle, start a lemonade stand, make some gas? Well, hey, here's some lemonade recipes for you. Just go to Adidas, go to StockX, type in ZX8000 frozen lemonade, and you'll have some very, very muy bueno lemonade. But I mean, they're definitely more comfy than the Jordan 1s, and I would say they're nicer quality, nicer materials, and that definitely includes the laces, because these laces on the ZX8000s, they're nicer than any laces that I've gotten on most shoes in a really, really long time. And I got these probably about 3 months ago, and still to this date, these are the nicest laces that I've gotten on any shoe since then. So Adidas, they definitely do know their quality. And the ZX8000s, if you get a pair, they are ridiculously comfortable. They are to all athletics. They are great for all marathons, running, walking, working, anything. And they are a tier above the Jordan 1s. That's just the reality of it. The material, the softness, the comfortability, it's no-brainer. And I mean, Jordan is Jordan, but the shoe feels high quality everywhere you look, everywhere you feel, everywhere you touch. It's just not even a competition between that and the Jordan if you're really about class and if you're really about high quality texture. Yeah, Jordan, that's stereotype. But this one here, this is actually unique, and this is the frozen lemonade. So, I mean, it is a lifespan, I'd say 3 years for sure, but you cannot be running around in mud. I went about this episode with predominantly white pairs for a specific reason, and that is to have equivalent measures, because if I do a white pair and a black pair, I mean, I can't really measure it out. So I mean, if the Jordan, you know, white pair and black pair versus this one is a year and a half, then this one is a 3 years. Obviously that signals that Adidas has more longevity than a typical standard Jordan 1. And I am saying that from experience. These are more comfortable, they're higher quality, and they'll teach you how to make lemonade for free. I mean, can't ask for much more. And now for shoe number 3. This one is no-brainer, the most comfortable, and obviously it's my favorite brand if you know me, if you've watched me by now. And I was actually in progress for a 30-day shoe experiment for this one when I originally, ended it, and I said, hey, I'm just gonna contribute to this video instead of alone do a 30-day experiment with this. And I finished that 30-day experiment. So now, at the end of that, we have the 574 New Balance Salehe Bembury Yurts. And obviously, if you know anything about these or New Balances, they're a hiking shoe, so you can blow in the whistle there, and it's to signal any separation between you and your squad, you and your partner, then you just take off your shoe, blow the whistle, and they can hear the sound to come find you. But nonetheless, back to the topic, these are definitely the most comfortable, the most durable, and the highest quality of all. They have the most diverse materials of just any shoe that I have presented, and they are a collaboration also. I mean, I chose this shoe because it is easily one of my favorites in my Cops of 2022, and the foot padding here, it is a bit of kind of like not really bumpy, but kind of like, not smooth, a little bump, and it is the most comfortable foot padding I've put on, and I don't know how, probably of the year. And not only that, but I've worn it every single day for the past about 35 days, and it has not gotten any less comfy. I've only enjoyed it each and every day, and to think that it is not wrinkled, you've gotten merely a few scratches on it, and the quality still feels great in every single aspect of the shoe. And I have bad feet as far as stench goes, but even, the filtration on the shoes, I can smell the shoe, and it allows the air to go out the shoe to where it doesn't even hold down the scents of your socks, your feet, everything inside the shoe as much as a normal one would. So these are easily the best and most durable of all the shoes that I presented. You can take a Jordan, you can take a Adidas ZX8000, or you can take a New Balance 574 Yurts. And they're obviously, as I stated, the most comfy above all. Lightly bumped padding. It keeps from staining even with white colors, and that is saying something. If you're a shoe brand and you can find a formula, hey, we'll have white materials, but somehow, some way, we'll keep them from staining. That's a secret that you should not expose to other brands. And they're the largest amount of materials that differentiate and at the same time correlate to perfection, because they all go together. And this also came out in another colorway of the navy blue and black. I had chosen this one. It was actually a first come random raffle, and fortunately I was placed in line to get my size, and there will be no restock on these. So you have these, consider yourself lucky. There is a sharp, thin tongue here that I really do like. It's not hard on the top of your foot, so therefore it's really soft, no frustration for you, and it's just higher quality than every other brand that I've presented. New Balance has a way of doing this every single time. It's really indescribable if you really know New Balance. So I have yet to be disappointed by them at all. And any collaborations, Salehe, Bembury, it is a definite W for the New Balance. So this one, I would definitely rate the longevity about 5 years for sure, guaranteed. And so if we go from Jordan, 1.5 years, you have Adidas, 3 years, and then if you know me and if you've watched me, New Balance, my favorite brand, 5 years. Let it be known,